So going into my sophomore season, as you can see now, I feel more comfortable out there, and I am now the star player at wide receiver. And after having not so good of a season, I mean, I just want to go out there and win. I told these DBs, you guys better come with it, because I will come with it every day. I'm going to outwork you every single day. And I promise you, I won't quit. One thing my dad, Tyreek Hill, told me was to never give up and keep striving for greatness. I mean, I just completely dunked on his head top, and I told him to get up. But after having a great practice, I talked to coach after practice, and he said you were in no danger of losing your starting position. So going into my first game of my sophomore season, I got to go out here and show out and do what I can do to make my draft stock go up in the NFL draft. And I mean, these DBs cannot stick me at. But I mean, I get an inside release, and I try to catch that ball, and I mean, this DB just absolutely obliterated I say, hey, man, I got him next time. So I routed him up again and caught the ball for a pretty big game. I don't care how hard you hit me. I am going to get back up. I told this DB, get in the weight room and get on the ground. Because I own you and will own you. And as you can see, I own this DB as I put it on his head top. Get better, kid. My teammates say, hey, man, let's go. You were killing him. You know that slant route is my favorite route, as I killed him with a slant route and caught that ball for the first touchdown of the season. I said, let's go. But I mean, as you can see, we are up 21-0. And I said, hey, bro, throw that ball up. These DBs are trash. He threw it up, and I caught that ball and mossed him. And I mean, it's just getting easy out here. Going into the next play, I ran a streak route across the middle, and I just tried to chill, but I got hit. I mean, I didn't let my foot off that pedal one bit. Even though we were up 31-0, I was still putting on the head top all night. And I caught a slant route for a touchdown to end the game off, and we were teed up. We were going to win the game, and I end the game off with 11 catches, 202 yards, and 2 receiving TDs. Going into our next game against Mississippi State, I mean, I came out hot. I broke one tackle, and I will go all the way for 6, and I broke another tackle for the touchdown. I mean, I told him early on I was going to strike him to get that momentum for me and my team. I mean, me being Tyreek Hill Jr., as you can see, I go up on 3 defenders and put it on their head top. What a day to be alive. Going into the next play, as you can see, I get a slant route, but I get put down really quick, but I get the first down. Another slant route, but I go in with the touchdown with an amazing catch, and oh my God, we're breaking records. But as you can see, we're going to win the game, and I end the game off of 5 receptions, 142 yards, and 2 TDs. Going into our next game against Texas A&M, I mean, we strike them early, and you know who the quarterback went to. The first play is Tyreek Hill Jr. as I get the first down. I mean, I was trying to strike him early, so I hit him with a curl route, and I mean, the quarterback threw the ball so slow it got intercepted. I go up into him and say, hey, man, come on, get that ball out a little faster. But after that bad drive, that didn't stop me. I still was attacking this DB all night because he couldn't guard me. I run an outside in type of route, and I just caught an amazing ball as I caught it with a diving catch. And I got up and told him, this is my house. But I mean, this DB on this left-hand side could not guard me all night. I mean, I run an in route and catch that ball and almost go for 6, but I get tackled. I mean, me and the guys were hyped, but we were still down 7-0. At this point, we are down 24-3, and I run a streak route, and I mean, I just got the DB beat by a lot, and I catch that ball and take it for 6 to put points on that board for my team. I mean, they just kept running that score up, so I run a slant route and bounce it back outside and try to make something shake, but I get tackled. And they don't call me cheater number 2 for a reason. I mean, I was just burning these DBs all night. I am on fire, and they are gonna respect me. But going into the next play, as you can see, I am breaking records. I have broke the school receiving yards record. I plan to keep doing nothing but breaking records and getting that Heisman and taking my team to that championship. But at the end of the day, we are still down 38-13, and we go on to lose the game. And I end the game off with 11 catches, 268 yards, and 1 receiving TD. I mean, going into our next game against Kansas State, I mean, I came out intense off a slant route, caught that ball, and got the first touchdown of the game. I told my teammates, let's go. It's time to ride. Going into this next route, I hit this DB with an in and out, and I absolutely burnt him. And I mean, I was gone in stride all the way to that end zone, and I got tackled at the goal line. I said, I'm not going. I'm going to get this touchdown. I hit him with it out in score touchdown. Threw him off of me and said, come on, get that foot on that pedal. As you can see, I have an out route and caught that ball for the first down. I mean, I was trying to have a spectacular night. I tried to dunk on this DB, but he deflected that ball. I give credit when it's due. But Tyreek Hill Jr. is a problem when he's in space alone. As you can see, he breaks out and we're down by 3, and he tries to go get 6 for his team. I mean, it was 35-49, and I go in with this slant route to take us up 41-49. I mean, that just wasn't enough as we go on to lose another game, and I end the game off with 8 catches, 179 yards, and 3 receiving TDs. Going into our next game coming off a loss, we have to make something shake, and we have to do something to get this W. I started off on this slant route by breaking this tackle, bouncing it out back right, and almost taking it all the way down for 6, but I got shoot straight till I get that third gear speed. I will not be stopped. I will be the face of the franchise. Going into the next play, I run an inside out type of route, and I thought I was going. I told him to throw it up, and he threw it up, and it was an interception. But I mean, that didn't stop us. We were still marching down that field as we come coming off to a strong start. It was 28-6 early on, and I was catching that ball. So I was giving these DBs a long night as I go in with a touchdown. I mean, it was 37-6. We were setting the tone early on.
Oh my God, look at the release. He left the DB at the line, but he caught the ball and he almost went in, but he got pushed out of bounds.
But he hit him with a fake slant route on the next play and went in the back of the end zone for another
touchdown.
I was fired up with the teammates, and we go on and finally get another W on our record. Ended the game off with 5 catches, 134 yards, and 2 receiving TDs. Going into our next game against Ole Miss, I mean, I strike them early on as I burn this DB the first play of the game and take it all the way 4-6, and I'm not here to play.
And it's only one man, and I am that man.
Coach told me, say, hey, son, is you going to get the dog food or you going to play with the dog food? And I said, I'm going to go get that dog food, and it's going to be my pound. And I'm going to give him that work all night. I'm not going to let back not one. Going into the next play, as you can see, the quarterback puts the ball very low, but I go down and get that ball.
And I'm not here to play.
But as you can see, I get a slant route, and I mean, I'm gone. I break one tackle, juke, trying to work my way to that end zone, but I get brought down.
Back with another slant route and catch that ball for 6.
And I'm fired. As you can see, I had an out route, and I caught that ball, and as you can see, I dove in that end zone like I was Cameron Newton. But I mean, sometimes I just think to myself, like, who is going to stop me? As I catch this pass, I juke, and I will go all the way for 6, and I'm fired. I mean, we're up 44-17, and I told them boys I got my teammates said, hey, let's go. But I mean, I made a spectacular diving catch and win the game. But as I end the game off of 10 catches, 262 yards, and 4 receiving TDs. Going into our next game against South Carolina, I mean, Tyreek Hill Jr. came out and laid the boom early on. I mean, we got to do whatever we could do to win this game. But I ran a deep route, caught that ball, and he obliterated me. But I never backed down. I always keep my foot on that pedal. I ran a slant route, caught that ball, and caught the touchdown for the first one of the game. I mean,
just look at Tony toe tap as I tap those 2 feet in on the catch.
I mean, going into the next play, I ran a streak route, and the DB was just falling away from me as I catch that ball and walk in the end zone with another
Even
though we were down 27-14, I never let back on this play. I caught that ball, got up that field with bad intentions, and almost broke loose. But I got tackled. But the fight in me that I have, I am going to fight in with this diving, catching TD. I broke the record for the new school receiving TD. Even though we were down by 2 touchdowns, I scored my last one of the game. And we're going to lose a game. But I ended the game off with 11 catches, 171 yards, and 4 receiving TDs. Going into our next game against Arkansas, I mean, I came out and I was ready to play as I caught that slant route and got a first down from my team. I was locked and loaded and ready to play. I hit this DB with a jig jab, got around him on a streak route, and caught that ball in the end zone with the first touchdown of the game.
And I mean, I was jigging.
I mean, coming back down the field on the next drive, the ball completely went right past me when I was wide open.
I said, hey, man, throw the ball up. He threw it up, and I dunked on this DB, got him off of me, but he obliterated me.
Just when things were going good, the quarterback threw an interception, and I tried to hawk him down like I was DK Metcalf, but we're down 17-7, and I'm going to strike back on a slant route, and I'm going. Look at the burst of speed, and I'm going for 6. I mean, it is 2 seconds going into halftime, but look at this Hail Mary passes. We catch it for a touchdown to take us 21-24 going into half. I don't know if this was a cover 2 or what. I was eating this defense alive.
And they better respect
But
me.
I was going for an inside streak on this next play to do whatever to put my team in good position, and I burnt them for another touchdown. I was fired up, but that wasn't enough. We go on to lose another game off of 9 catches, 244 yards, and 4 receiving TDs. Going against A&M Georgia Bulldogs, we had to come here and knock them off early on. And we got to show them why we need our respect, because they are not going to respect us. We are 4-4, and we are on a losing streak. No one respects us. Driving down the field, going into my next catch, I have broken the record on school receiving yards, and I'm here to stay. And I was short of the touchdown. I was just marked at the 1 yard line. But that didn't stop me. I hit this DB, went in and out, caught the ball for the first down, and I was coming out intense. Going into the next play, I had a deep slant route, and the quarterback was waiting. He was waiting, and he finally found me, and I got him, broke a tackle, and ran out of bounds. We were up 21-14, and we were eating them alive all night. And we wanted to be that team to make them have an upset game, and we're going to upset them this game. As you can see, I get a slant route, catch that ball, duck my head, and go in with another touchdown. I mean, it was almost like these DBs were scared to guard me. As you can see, I ran a streak route wide open, catch that ball, and was gone. Drove down the field and hit him with another in and out, and I was wide open for a touchdown to cap them off. We going to win the game, and I get player of the game with 16 receptions, 370 yards, and 4 TDs. On to our next game against undefeated BYU, I had to come out and show them why I should be respected, and I started off with a big play. And I made that defender look silly. I mean, just when we started to draw down the field, I tried to dunk on this DB, but he intercepted the ball, and things weren't going my way. But as you can see, I run a deep kind of post. I catch that ball, and I juke, get outside, and get tackled.
tackle.
And one thing Tyreek Hill Jr. never does is back down. He always faces his fears.
I mean, as you can see, I get a slant route and go in for a touch.
And we're up 21-14, and I get a gut release, and I'm
wide open. I catch that ball, and I have nothing but green grass, and I strike all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And I mean, I'm fired up, but now we're down by 2 touchdowns, and I gotta make something happen. And I told him to throw it up, and I'm wide open again, and I dive in the end zone for a touchdown.
To put the icing on the cake and tie this ball game up. Coach knew who to throw it to. Tyreek Hill Jr. dunks on the DB and throws the ball
we go
down.
into overtime.
I catch that ball, and I try to get up
and
the
we
field.
did not have enough to win the game. We go on the game off with 11 catches, 291 yards, and 4 receiving TDs. So going into our next game against LSU, I mean, we didn't come out the way we wanted to. The quarterback tried to attack me early on, but threw an interception, and things weren't going our way early on.
And I mean,
I just kind of knew what kind of game this was going to be. We come back out on the second drive, and I try to run a post route, and the quarterback throws it up, and it's another interception, and I don't know what's going on. I finally catch my first pass and juke up the field to get the first down for me and my team.
I mean, we get to driving down the field, and I mean, the quarterback is just off today. He throws it behind me, and it is another interception, and things are not going good.
And I gotta change this. So I run a route and I dunk on this DB and kept going for greatness.
I mean, look at the separation I created from this DB. I will not let back as I burn him, and I dive in the end zone for a touchdown.
And I mean, it is 31-7 with 3 minutes and 44 seconds left on the clock, and I am still giving it all I got, getting first downs after first downs for my team. We're going to lose, and I end the game off with 7 catches, 155 yards, and 1 receiving TD. We're going into our next game against Alabama. I mean, Tyreek Hill Jr. had to strike early. We got down to the goal line. He caught that ball and almost scored.
But that didn't stop him on this slant route. He caught the touchdown for the first one of the game.
Going into the next play, the DB was trailing him, but he caught that ball, created separation, and got to that first down.
I mean, Tyreek Hill Jr. was getting to that ball with bad intentions.
And I mean, I wanted another upset game. These teams are going to the championship.
I mean, his DB just deflected the ball. He said he's not going for it.
Tyreek Hill Jr. doesn't care. He's going to take your heart away.
And he will be remembered.
I mean, we're down 28-7, and I'm still fighting. I run a deep post, and I catch a spectacular catch. I'm going to do whatever I can do to get my team some points on that board. So I run an out route, catch that ball, and get into that end zone with a touchdown. We're going to lose, and I end the game off with 13 catches, 243 yards, and 2 receiving TDs. With that being said, that is my last game of the season, and we did not go to the conference championship. With that being said, Tyreek Hill Jr. will be entering the transfer portal with 2 years of eligibility left. Drop a comment down below, where do you think he is going?